Welcome to the YouTube channel of Steve Kovic and Enrich Your Marriage, where we present and illustrate the principles that happily married couples apply in their daily lives. These concepts are based on the research of psychologist Dr. John Gottman, who worked with 3,000 couples over a period of 30 years. If you're looking for what actually works in marriage rather than an abstract theory, you've come to the right place. Today I'm asking the question, are you and your spouse masters or disasters of marriage? Dr. Gottman, in his research, discovered that there were two broad categories of married couples, those who were masters and those who were disasters. He discovered that the masters of marriage were gentle in their interaction with one another, whereas the disasters tended to be critical. The masters were interactive, asking a lot of questions, whereas when they were asked questions, the disasters tended to be defensive. The masters were excited about their spouse, whereas the disasters were tense and anxious in their interaction. The masters were affectionate, whereas the disasters tended to be hostile and more bitter. Rather than humorous, like the masters, they tended to be more concerned about protecting themselves from hurt feelings. The masters were responsible for their actions, whereas the disasters tended to blame their partner or point out their partner's defects. Overall, Gottman discovered that the masters of marriage were 5 times more positive than the disasters when they were discussing a problem with one another. For every 5 comments or actions that they made toward their spouse, they were positive, and every time Gottman discovered that they were 5 times more positive than they were negative in their marriage. They would either say or do 5 things positively for every negative. On the other hand, the disasters only had 0.8 positives for every negative, so they were basically negative. So I leave you with the question, are you a master or a disaster of marriage based on the research of Dr. John Gottman?